So I thought we'd just start with Aristophanes Vedra as our first tune because it's nice and slow, kind of gives us a lot of, way to warm up. And it's a great place to talk about just what you were asking, how to start expressing musically, looking for little ways to kind of change it every time, improvise, do things on the fly, but it's a very manageable tune for that because it's very repetitive and the kind of ornaments you do are very subtle. So let's just kick into it. And if you have any questions, you are welcome to unmute yourself and ask or throw them into the chat. I'll keep that open as well so I can see them. But let's just play it from the top, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So what I was hoping for, and I don't know if you found this in your own playing through that tune, is that the second time you go through it, that you feel a little bit freer to just experiment and add in some other things, whether it's just like simple double stops, maybe you're just adding in a drone on top, maybe it's an open E, but maybe you're also adding in some more ornaments or some triplets, or even playing with the notes just a little bit. The melody stays pretty consistent, but I would, when I'm at home practicing, kind of challenge myself to do that, kicking with a tune like this that's really simple melodically and makes a lot of sense. And then the second time you play it, just push yourself a little bit to just add in a couple extra things and see how that feels. Did anyone give that a try? Did the second time feel a little bit freer for anyone out there? Got some nods? Okay, that's good. That's good. So let's continue on. Let's go to one of our oldies at this point, but a goodie, Banish, Misfortune. I always struggle saying that one. Banish, Misfortune. Something about the sh and then this. I don't know. So switch it up, going to a jig, and we're moving from a Spanish kind of march feel into a pretty traditional Irish jig at this point. So I would think of this one as being much less kind of rigid and more fluid, and a little bit of that sort of, I don't know, the Irish lilt. I'm very lucky I'm married to an Irish man, so I get to hear that beautiful lilt all the time. But if you can imagine the way an Irish person talks, you can put that into the playing of a tune like this, I think. All right. We'll keep it a nice kind of mid-tempo. How about a 1, 2, here we go. Lovely. How'd that go for everybody? Good, good. Lots of smiles over there. So just news to share for the people who are not in the British Isles at the moment. It is 5 o'clock, 5:20 right now, and it is dark. Officially, we are into the winter months. It is just really getting dark early now. But we carved pumpkins here today. We are fully ready for our evening celebration. Yeah, I think there's lots of joy to be found in those kind of moments, the cozy moments. Great time to be playing music as well. I've definitely found myself in the studio a lot more recently as everything's kind of getting cold and dark, and sort of an introspective time. So, anyone have any votes for the next tune? Should I just keep going? If I'm thinking introspective, maybe we'll go, why don't we do Initiator next? Switch it up, go to a slow tune. I was just out at the ocean, actually, before this. It was very windy today. We've got a bit of a storm coming in, but it's something about being next to the ocean, same as being by the mountains, I find, that just makes you feel like, I don't know, it makes you feel small, and I think that's a good thing. It makes you feel like there are bigger things going on than you, and it's just a really nice perspective. So, it is here. We'll take it just a nice waltz tempo here. Dun, dun, da, da, dun. And this is a great tune as well to kind of explore adding in some ornaments yourself and playing it differently the second time as well when you get to it. Just really let yourself be free here, especially because we're online and no one can hear you. It doesn't matter. You can just have fun with it. If you want to improvise over the top, go for it. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Well done, everybody. I just see so many beautiful things happening. It's great to be able to kind of watch, and I don't know, you get a really good idea, even just from watching sort of, how people are doing with the tunes and what's happening. So if you have any requests at any time, just throw them into the chat or unmute yourself and say. Let me take like 30 seconds now for questions. Anyone have any questions about any of the tunes or burning problems, anything you're working on you really just wanted to air? It'd be funny because we just played an air. All right. Oh, great. We have our guest guitarist. Welcome, Martin.
I'm going to bring a chair in.
Yes, that would be great. A chair is necessary. While he's getting a chair and getting set up, why don't we tackle one more tune? Maybe, why don't we actually has anyone had a chance to look at the new tune for this week yet? Yeah, well, let's have a quick playthrough of that while Martin's getting set up. I'll just play it once really quick so it's in your ears and fresh. It's a new tune for me as well, actually, but we'll play it real quick just while he's getting going. And if you haven't looked at it yet, you can just read along with it. So it's nice jig. Just all about kind of string crossings, and a good one to experiment with doing little hammer-ons. And 1, 2, ready, and. How it sounds. Martin, here, scoot up here so we can start doing some more tunes. So I know that one's really fresh, but just to kind of have it in your head.
Hello, everyone.
Can you hear Martin at all? Get a little bit of guitar. You get to have our nice studio mic in your mix today. Keep playing there for a second. Sound is okay. Great. So now we get to play some tunes with guitar accompaniment, which I think is an extra fun way to kind of newly reimagine all these tunes we've been working on. Any requests yet? You're all just such good sports. Okay, I'm going to keep going. So why don't we do Sally Gardens?
Sally!
So a quick note about this one. I've actually been working with a number of you in private lessons on this particular tune because it's a great one for kind of experimenting with swing and how to put swing into it. But note of caution, if you're coming from a classical background, I have just observed this is a really common phenomenon that you put in the swing and the second note ends up being staccato. It doesn't need to be. So the trick is, instead of when you put in the swing, your tendency is going to be to go. Keep it all legato, all in the string, and just really relax that. Think more like you're in a jazz club trying to add swing instead of really trying to do a dotted rhythm. All right. So let's give it a try. Good to go?
Yeah.
Let's do it twice through. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. it's so nice to get to play with a guitar. Can everyone hear him okay? Yeah? Good stuff? Okay. Cool. Let's keep plowing ahead. Let's see. What's the next tune we want to do here? How about... How about the musical priest?
Yeah.
We've done that together a few times. Yeah, I always love. We played this tune at a number of concerts together, haven't we, Len?
We have. It's a great tune.
Cool. So.
D, right?
Huh? And actually, we could do. No, we'll just do that one off. This is a good one to ask questions about if you have any. And also, keep trying as you go through it and get more comfortable. Second, third time you play a tune, try to switch up the variations a little bit. See if you're finding yourself more comfortable with them. We'll probably play this one 3 times.
Okay.
Probably. Okay? And maybe... little up-tempo. We've got a lot of advanced players on today, so you can all take it. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and... For everyone. I know that was kind of ripping fast. Maybe fun to try. A few things I can share with you that went through my head while it was happening, just in real time. The third, I think it was the third time through there, Martin sort of experimented with playing a lot of different chords, which really changed the way that the tune was feeling for me. So I was feeling like, oh, I should jump on what he's doing there and maybe try, he's backing this part with a major chord now instead of the usual minor chord. Maybe I'll try playing some different notes. I'm not sure it worked perfectly, but I went for a few different things and just kind of like feeling that and experimenting in the moment, Do you have anything to add to that?
No, that was great. It's really nice.
Okay.
It's kind of a tune that lends itself to it rather than playing it as the very straight away. It lends itself to a bit of a groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does tend to do that. Let us see. Oh, sorry, 1 second. What else do we want to do here? We want to do... Oh, my window keeps switching. Sorry. How about... Should we go back... Oh, let's do Miss Lyles, because we haven't done a Strasberg yet. That's an A minor. All right. Okay. So we'll do this twice through. And again, remember this one's a little bit more rigid again. You might be holding your bow down lower, aiming for a little bit more of that kind of march or Strasberg sort of feel. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Nice job, Martin. Questions? Anyone have any questions? We can just keep playing through them, but I'm so willing to hear more about what you're thinking. Any tunes that have just been like really tricky or some that are working really well. I think we should do Skylark next because that's a fairly new one for us. Is that okay for you? Martin actually taught me this tune. It's kind of a little fun family background of it. Do you want to play it on banjo for them, actually? Would that be fun?
Playing the study guitar?
I just think they might enjoy hearing the variations you do.
Sure, we can do that.
Just could be a fun thing because Martin actually plays even though I learned it from him, you'd think we'd play exactly the same version, but we play slightly different versions, and Martin has some really great variations. Your music ready? Got it? Good. Lots of thumbs up. Go ahead.
You play it on my own?
I'll play it with you, but maybe start. You want to start it? You had some more in you. You want to keep going there?
Sure.
Isn't that great? I just love the way he plays that tune. There's just so much like extra bounce and stuff to it. And it's a super fun tune for exploring variation. I think I mentioned a little bit in the tutorial for that one, just like kind of starting to explore some melodic variation as well. It's a really good one for that because there's lots of space, particularly in the second half when you have sort of that, all those spaces. That could be a good space to just add in some extra notes and fill those. Lots of options there. Really, anything goes. So, okay, we've done Geese in the Bog, we've done the Skylark, we've done Sevens, done Spotted. No, we haven't done Spotted Pony. We've done Musical Priests. Do you have any requests?
No, it's just that this all sounds great.
How about we do Calliope House next?
This is in D or an E?
I do it in E. Yeah. So that is one of those tunes that is played in different keys, Calliope House. So if you want to challenge yourself at home, play it in D instead. So a lot of people also play this tune in D, and that'd be a very common thing at a session to kind of come in and you'd want to figure out, like, people would have different We can definitely do toss of feathers. Let's do that next after this. But you'd want to kind of figure out what key everybody does that in. So we'll do Calliope first.
Yeah, that's good.
Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Nice job. So we're doing most tunes here twice, but in a session where you were like live with a bunch of your friends, you would normally play them quite a few more times, right?
You play, yeah. You play twice, 3 times, 4
Yeah,
times.
it might just be twice, and then you go into another tune, or it might be like up to 4 times, depending on if it's like
the tune.
Yeah, if you really like the tune and it's going really well. All right, we had a request for Toss the Feathers. Let's do
also,
that.
I think when you have a bigger group of musicians, you have that kind of inertia that it takes so long to let everyone know you're going to change a tune. You need 3 or 4 times around the tune.
Right, yeah. To kind of get everyone playing first of all, and then to kind of move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Whereas in a smaller ensemble, it's a little bit easier to jump rapidly.
We're going to scientists around on this. Yeah.
We could do that. Toss the feathers.
Toss the feathers.
Here we go. 1, 2, nice. Sorry, I'm interrupting my own count off. Remember the groove for this one. I feel like that's the key, because these are all notes that I know every single one of you can play. But to really try to get into that kind of backbeat groove, that's the main thing we're really going for here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. When you're playing an E minor tune, I think it's kind of necessary that you do some sort of weird, like, slow down at the end. Let's interrupt the tunes that we already know for me to play one of the tunes we're going to learn this month, just so you have it in your head. It's called Dinkies. And I think I may have played this for you once before, but this is a great Canadian tune, correct?
Could very possibly be. Yeah.
Well, I learned it from a Canadian fiddle player, and I'm pretty sure it's a Canadian tune. It's full of cuts, like the 3-note triplet that we do with our bow, which I think is a great thing to work on, and it's just a really fun one to play. So I'm going to play it for you just twice through with Martin here so you can hear it. And if you are comfortable with it, dive in. You can try figuring it out on your own. That would be totally normal at a session, as we've talked about before, like to kind of try to be learning the tune as you're hearing it. So, ready? go. 1, 2, 1. Nice. Yeah, you got some applause there. So that's Dinkies. Super fun fiddle tune, and I'm going to teach you as well the little ending part that I do, just so you have an alternate B part that you can do on the end that's kind of really fancy and full of extra cuts. Sound good for this month?
Yep.
Cool.
Very.
It's definitely one of those tunes that's not as hard as it sounds. It's a lot of open strings and just doing that bow triplet, but it sounds impressive. And it's a really fun one to do live because it has that really nice kind of drivey backbeat where you get the da, 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 da. It's a good one. Definitely one of my favorites. Okay, so any last questions, any last requests before we finish our lovely hour together? Any tunes that you were really dying to play that we haven't done yet? I know we're not even able to get through all of them anymore because we've learned so many great tunes together. Martin's laughing. Fiddle Club is cool. It's so cool. Okay, why don't we finish? Let's see. What do we want to do as our last one here? I feel like I want to do another reel. Do we have another reel? Oh, we could do Jig of Slurs, actually. That's really fun and fast and short and just full of pep. Why don't we actually do a set? Okay, so we could do, I'm making this up on the fly here. Da, 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 da. Let's do Jig of Slurs into My Darling Asleep. How does that sound? Okay.
And some head nods.
Yep, we've got some head nods. So we'll try these. We're going to put them together in a quick little set of jigs. We'll go straight from one to the other, and we'll do each one twice. Okay, so be ready. Does that work for you?
So what keys? D and keys here?
Yes. Both in D.
That's my darling asleep. We used to call it Sacco's jig.
Saccos. Does that mean something?
Like Sacco the man, I guess. I don't know. Like you know, like a tailor, Sacco.
That's the word for tailor.
No, but there was a tailor in our town called Sacco.
Oh, there was one specific tailor named Sacco. Okay. Could be. Yeah. All right, we'll call this Sacco's set.
No. It's the darling asleep. Annabelle.
Yeah, Annabelle is a darling asleep at the moment. So we'll do this to finish it out for our lovely Samhain Fiddle Club session. Got a little Halloween jam. And for those of you that are viewing this later, I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of mischief and some extra guitar.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. This is lovely to meet you all and get to play with you.
Oh, it's great for us to have guitar. It's a real treat. So, okay, here we go. Jig of Slurs into My Darling Asleep. Here we go from the top. Da, 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 da. One. Oh, actually, Tim, I'm sorry. I'm going to mute you just to make sure before we all start. Okay, here we go. For real this time. Bum, da, da, ba, da. 1, 2, 3, and. Just do it one more time so I can play it properly for everybody. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you very much for saving me.
It's very hard to play on the guitar.
You did a great job. Oh, jeez. Sometimes your brain just doesn't cooperate. All right. Thank you all so much for joining today. And I hope that was a bit of crack for your Halloween afternoon.
Crack in the Irish sense.
Crack in the Irish sense, not in the other versions of the words you might know. Yes. This is, so just hope it was a bit of fun. Anyone have any questions before we leave? I'll just finish recording and then we can, there we are. Okay, people watching later, goodbye. It's been lovely playing with you.